Okay, welcome everyone to the Forex Trading Made Simple sort of webinar. Now the idea of this webinar is just to make it sort of quite simple or a simple explanation on how to make your trading easier. Okay, the biggest problem we've found over the last few years is everyone is trying to overcomplicate their systems or their trading strategies looking for the edge. But what that's doing is it's actually making it harder to trade. All right, now just first off, bit of a formality. My name's Brad Gilbert. I'm the CEO of Traders for Traders. We were established in 2009. We've got a experienced investment bank team in London and Sydney. We're adding a couple of guys in New York as well. So we're a specialised Forex education company. Our experience is primarily in the Forex market for the last 25 years. And that's on it. So the team itself would be well over a cumulative 100 years of experience. Myself, I was chief dealer of Citibank, TD Securities and Commonwealth Bank of Australia. I was head of some major trading teams, so we sort of eat, live and breathe the Forex market. Okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty bit. And this is going to be quite relevant for most of you. Now, how do you become a successful trader? Okay, your training or your performance really depends on your training and what strategies you use and how to use them. So what you really need to be looking at is you need to trade with the strategies the bankers use. All right. Okay. Now let me just go into this is the simplest strategy that you can actually employ. It's the end of day strategy. Okay, which should be at the top of your list for strategies every day you come back to the market. Now this strategy is set up technically, but it's primarily for those that have full-time jobs. Okay, probably also for those that are a little bit time poor, but also those with not as much experience, because it's the first strategy you should really learn and put your orders on in the market. Now, what's the plan in general? Okay, so every strategy, every trader in the market, it's quite simple, right? Try and buy low and sell high. Okay, but as we know as traders, it's a little bit harder done than said. You know, making sure those stop losses are in the right spot, making sure you're not taken out before it hits those levels is very important. But just as important is also making sure you have those take profits in the right zone as well. So the end of day strategy works for all currency pairs, okay, whether it's the major currencies or the crosses. It's actually very simple, all right? And that simplicity allows you to trade in all market conditions, okay, whether the market's been a little bit tricky, whether it's a little bit more volatile, whether there's major events going on, or whether it's just normal market conditions. You can take advantage of all opportunities because this strategy revolves around the technical side of the market. And the plan of this one is to identify and then execute. Now, most people who are sort of new to the market or don't have as much time to go through their analysis, okay, they don't have as much confidence in their trade plan. They rush things. When they see opportunities, they hesitate and they forget to put the trade on. There's no execution, there's no money. Okay, what that leads to is general performance anxiety. You end up putting trades on where the structure hasn't got any structure at all. So what's the first thing you need to do? Well, very importantly for all strategies is you've got to look for entry levels. All right, the number one thing is identify the key entry level. This is the starting point for your low risk, high probability trading opportunity. Now, where are the answers? Okay, well, I'll give you something here. The answers are on your charts. Okay, these charts, they actually are talking to you. If you know how to read them, you know, and this is without any indicators, okay, this is where you'll find those low risk, high probability trading opportunities, and that's where the cash is. It's really simple. It's in the background of the actual charts themselves, and this is where the training for this strategy, okay, really comes into play. And so I know a lot of people look at charts, right, and they put orders on all over the place, and you know, it's hit and miss, hit and miss. The big question is, do I buy or do I sell? Right? This is the same situation you're asking yourself every time you put a trade on. Okay? What you want to do, instead of just sort of running around putting orders all over the place, what you want to do is isolate the best opportunities. And that's what the end of day strategy does. It isolates the best opportunities, and then once you've gone through a basic checklist, right, the end of day strategy checklist, you go through these key factors, then you should exactly know which currency pair to hit and which way you should be trading, whether you're buying or selling. It simplifies the process and takes your emotional side out of it. So once the opportunity is identified, it's quite simple. You just put the order in the market. That's all you have to do. It's like basically have a look. Yes, that's a good opportunity. Boom, put the order on and you're set. Okay, there's nothing more to do. So don't waste your time staring at the market once you've done that. Right? This is the biggest problem for a lot of traders is they actually change their lifestyle to fit into trading. This strategy allows you to, whether you continue to work full time, whether you've got other things that take you away from the computer, right? Don't worry about getting stressed out, okay? You don't need to stare at the computer. What you can do is once you put the orders on and you've identified the opportunity, check your positions from your phone, okay? Just about every brokerage firm has a mobile service, okay? A mobile app. You can check the currencies, you can manage the positions from your phone, but you don't want to do that too frequently either. Once the position is kicked in, you want to check the position every 3 or 4 hours. Give it a chance to move, all right? This is going to take a lot of stress out of trading itself and a lot of wasted time sitting in front of the screens waiting for these moves to come along, all right? That's the biggest, it's a misnomer. Your performance is not correlated with the amount of time you spend in front of the screens. In fact, it's probably the opposite. Right? The longer you spend in front of the screens, the less things you can see, the more bored you get, and generally the more you put on stupid trades, and there's your capital gone. When the good opportunity comes up, you either can't see it or you've got very little cash to take advantage of it. And that's what the problem is for most traders. Now, this is a couple of clips here of where these strategies come into play. The end of day strategy on the euro has been very fortuitous on these opportunities here. As you can see, there's the first move there, 250 points, the second move, 150 points from the high to the low, and the third one there, around 180 points. Now, this strategy will get you into the trade. It doesn't mean you make 250 points, but what it does is it shows you that there's the cash. If you let the trades run as long as you can, or try and maximize the opportunities, then this is where you're going to make a lot more money. Right? We're talking bigger points, and as you get more successful, you're putting bigger amounts of capital on these opportunities. Okay, so talking about maximizing profit potential, here's an example where the same chart, same euro, okay, this is where you need, and the strategy really comes into play with optimizing the potential of the opportunity. Now, let me just give you an example. Now, with the strategy itself, you can set the general parameters, but these are the general parameters we use for following trades once they are kicked in using this strategy. Okay, once you're 35 points in the profit, you want to move your stop loss to break even. Okay, then you've got a no risk trade on. But this is where most people fail. They take their cash and take profit and just walk away from the market. You've got to leave some risk in the market, right? Once the trade is 60 points in profit, this is the time to move your stop loss, okay, to make sure you do lock in some cash. So at this point, in this example, you're moving your stop loss to 35 points in profit, okay? That should give you the confidence to let the trade run further, okay? Worst case scenario is you make 35 points, still not a bad trade. When it gets down to 100 points, this is where things can start to move very vigorously, okay? Once you're 100 points in profit, okay, you can activate the trailing stop loss, and say in this example, 50 points behind the market, okay, then you can actually sort of let the whole thing run. You know, worst case scenario is you're going to lock in 50 points, but as you can see in this example, you don't know how long these moves are going to go for, and the whole move from start to finish is around 350 points, okay? So you're going to take profit around 300 to 320 points if you're watching the market. If you're not, it'll be around that 300, obviously trailing the market by 50 points. So what it does is it allows you to maximize the profit potential, right, without you staying at the screens a long period of time. Now, the best feature about this, and this is why I was saying initially, this structure is very good for traders with full-time jobs. And I can tell you 95% of our clients do work full-time. Okay, they don't have all day to sit in front of the screens. They have an optimum period of time or a short period of time to analyze. Then you place the orders in the market and then let the currency do the work for you. This is even if you're on holidays, right? If you're going away, it's even probably better. In this situation, where the euro keeps topping out around 110, sort of 35 to 50, okay? Well, you're placing multiple orders here. Sell orders, we know the currency's going down. You're looking to take advantage of the opportunities when it gets back to these levels. The strategy identifies the location of the entry points, and then you put the orders in play. And as you can see in this example here, right, there's you're looking at 100 plus points here each time it gets back to these orders. And funnily enough, there's no change in the market. You don't need to sort of chase the market, okay? It'll come back to you, and then you get these opportunities, and you're taking 100 points out of this thing every time it comes back. There's only one here, the third time it gets to the top here, where the drop is more or less like 50 points, 50, 60, 70 points, okay? Still not a bad earning on the day. Don't forget, you're not actually standing in front of the computers watching this. You set the strategy up, okay? It enters the trade for you and then takes you out at the other end, whether it's a stop loss or a take profit. All right, now, funnily enough, you're going to work, you want to make money, all of a sudden trading becomes fun. This takes the stress out of trading from you sitting in front of the screens all day, okay, wondering, am I in the cash, out of the cash? The system takes care of the order structure for you. You can finally relax and then let the cash roll in. This is where you need to be, okay? Your confidence generally comes from making money, okay? That's where you get more confidence in your whole trading system and your strategies. And this strategy alone will set you up to be confident and relaxed. Now, the most common question we get regarding this end of day strategy is, how much time do you need to commit? All right, well, it's very limited time. Okay, 20 or 30 minutes a day, that's all you need, right? You're looking at the market, analyzing, identify the opportunities, go through your checklist, make sure you know whether you're a buyer or a seller, and when you have that definitive signal, you place the orders in the market and then go about your day. Turn your systems off and then enjoy yourself. And that's what trading is. Trading made simple, right? As I said, this is the simplest strategy you can employ. So, you know, if you want to start making money, start to get into this, right? And there's no better time than right now. We're at the end of the year. If you want to make a difference in 2016, do something different to what you've been doing before. There's no point banging your head up against the wall and going in with the same strategies, right? Get some knowledge, get some structure, get a new strategy, and start making money straight away. All right, now, just as a Christmas special from the Traders for Traders team, we've bundled this deal up into a nice structure. It was originally, well, $2.99. Okay. This for the Christmas period, we are going to make this $199. I mean, as it is, a lot of people have been asking us, can you just give us the strategies instead of giving us the full training? Okay. So with this, $199, you get easy to follow training videos, lifetime access to the material. Okay. There's detailed instruction on how to identify the trade checklist, and you'll also get a support forum for additional help as well. So once again, this is probably the one strategy. It is the simplest and will simplify your trading strategy and give you an extra, sort of cog in your trading wheel to take money out of the market continuously. And that's where you need to be. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. It wasn't going to be a long presentation. I just want to explain to you the ins and outs of the end of day strategy. This is one that, as I said, will make your trading a lot simpler and hopefully a lot more rewarding than previously. Now, any questions from the floor as we go from this? All right, now, All right, well, usually the first question we get, which is always the same. Now, what's generally when you're looking at the charts, what charts are we looking at? Now, I'm happy to sort of give you this simple information because it is, I would think it's pretty simple, but a lot of people are looking at different charts. We look at the 1 hour bar charts and we don't go beyond that. We don't go down into 30 minutes, 15 minutes or 5-minute charts, right? The investment bank community uses 1 hour bar charts and that's what you need to be focusing on, all right? Okay, another simple question. Okay, yes, that's right. So one of the questions is, if it is the end of day strategy, well, it is also the start of the day. That's exactly right. The end of one person's day is the start of the new session going forward. So you can really be looking at this strategy to put it into play either in the morning before you go to work or after work when you're actually finished, right? And that allows you to continue on with your day, whether you're working, whether you're going to the beach, walking the dog, playing golf, doing all the fun things that you want to do. You're going to reclaim a lot of lifestyle by using this strategy. And it should be very rewarding as well. All right, a couple of good questions there. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much a wrap from me. This, as I said, this offer is available, I think, until the 24th, just before Christmas. You can take advantage of this offer. Once again, we'll send you an email shortly with the details, okay, and a bit more information about the strategy, and then you can work out whether it's good for you or not. Okay, and as I mentioned, the team here at Traders for Traders wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous trading New Year. All right, thank you for joining us. We'll catch you later on. Cheerio.